All right. So look, you know how when you're dealing with young people, and it's like they might have a mindset that they built for anything.
Right.
All right. Because we were talking about how, slowing down, thinking, reflecting, right?
Right.
Because we carried that mentality when we were young.
True.
That we were built for anything. And I actually got confronted with that reality when they gave me life plus 80.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for those who carry that mindset that they built for anything, right?
Uh-huh.
Until they are confronted with it, what would be your message for them?
Well, I'm gonna speak on my disease I have with the diabetes.
The diabetes.
When they told me in 1990 I was working at Canon, I ran into a pile of stuff.
Make sure you talk up now, but we want people to hear you.
Okay, I working at Canon, I ran into a pile of things, a pile. So when they took me to the hospital, they told me I had diabetes. So I said, what is that? And then my mother told me what my grandmother had. So I'm like, well, I can handle that. I'm built for that. I can handle this diabetes. But years later, look at me now. Going through the consequences of having diabetes. I done lost my leg. I lost my sight one time. All of that, and I'm just still feel like I'm good with it because I feel like God ain't gonna put nothing on me that I can't handle. I'm a testimony for other people with this, for diabetes and stuff like that, and just going through this sickness, this thing. I'm handling it well. I had a doctor tell me one time, you win the war, but you're gonna lose the battle. And that's what the kids out here in the street. You might be out here still free, running around. You might be thinking you're winning the war, but one day you're gonna lose the battle.
I want to pivot, right? Because we're talking about young people and the things that we're really trying to get into their mindset in regards to the decisions that they make, right?
Right.
Okay, so when we've been over here, I guess, for about maybe 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. And we were talking about, and I don't want to, what my reasons for saying this is not to try to minimize what has happened to the victims or, it's not even about that. It's about how when something happens in our neighborhoods now, right? The only thing that we are doing is just filming, right?
Right.
But filming for what purpose, though? Like this conversation that we are having today, right? And once again, I feel honored to be here with you, bro. We're talking about filming something for preventive measures, not filming something that would further traumatize a person based upon the experience that they're having in that moment, right?
All right.
Because now something happened.
Right.
And now that it has happened, there's an aftermath that comes from what happened.
Right.
Okay?
I agree.
Okay, so one of my friends told me, one of my bros, he's not a friend, we were breaking down he gave me different ways of looking at BYDS. And he says, being your divine self. All right.
Okay.
Then we also said, before you destroy something.
Now I take that as being your divine self is absolutely what a thing I'm on. My friend Prince can tell you about some things he's on. I can tell you some things I've been through. Being my design self, my mother didn't name me Heavy. She didn't name me that. That's something I picked up on the streets. My brothers, everybody called me Heavy. I don't like that dude. I want to get rid of that dude. If I can kill anything, that'd be the only thing I would kill is Heavy. Because Heavy is terrible. Heavy makes me look bad, all of that. If I can walk down the street one day, and when people say, see me, they say, yo, Heavy! I turn around, I want to walk down the street one day, and I want to hear somebody say, yo, Heavy! And I keep walking. I don't answer to that. I don't want to answer to that, But being my divine self is Donovan Jerome Birdsong. That's what my mother named me. She didn't name me Heavy.
So what I'm hearing from you is, when identifying with that name, when you hear the name Heavy, it doesn't allow you to slow down and process, because Heavy was always on go.
Right. Heavy was go.
But Donovan,
stop, think,
okay,
do all of that.
okay.
Donovan, I raised in the church. So Donovan knew the right way to go. But Donovan wanted to run with the boys. And we ran. And come to think of it, none of us, we ran together, but we wasn't ourselves. We was somebody else. You was Fun Bun.
Right. And you know, it's funny that you say that, bro. Yeah, I was Fun Bun. That's a whole nother story. But look, what has Heavy taught Donovan about himself?
He's not aggressive. He's not mean. Donovan is a nice, calm guy. A guy who can talk and get things done and do the right things. Heavy is a party animal. Heavy want to get out there and party, do different things, drink, do drugs, all that stuff. That's what Heavy is. And you know, Heavy is not good.
Okay, because that's the younger part of you. Because when we talk about reaching the younger generation, this is how we started off as youngins.
Right.
And then it became, we had got so locked into those roles that we didn't know how to cut that off. So then, what would Donovan tell Heavy?
Donovan would tell Heavy, you got to stop. You got to slow down. You got to, first of all, I think, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. What Donovan tell Heavy, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. I bet you anytime you go in them boys' homes, anything, when you talk to them guys, they say, yo, I'm P1, I'm this, I'm that. I don't know if they ever tell you their real name. You might have to have it on a paper, who this person is. But they always got a name that their friends or someone gave them, and that is a spirit to me. That turns you into somebody else. Heavy turned me into, can't nobody stop Heavy. I'm the big man on the block because I was big. Y'all knew that I was big. So, you know, the one thing about being big, I couldn't run. So when I need to run, so I'm going to fight. I'm going to stand there and do what I got to do. But that's not a good choice.
Yeah, that's a great thing, man. I appreciate that answer right there, Donovan. Yeah, I do frequent the detention centers a lot, right? And our work is with the young people now. And they don't listen the way we didn't listen.
Sure.
They're actually killing each other now.
I think we listen a little better than they did, but we gotta, this is what's going on with society, how things going with the parents and all that. We got to be parents. We really have to be parents. You know, we really have to do the right things, talk to them, all that stuff. You seen kids now, 3, 4, 5 years old shooting a gun. Where did they learn that from? The gang systems. You know, we buy that to keep them shut up. You know, we want to
preoccupy that time.
Yeah, we do our thing. But they learn how to jump out of a car, beat somebody up, shoot them, and all that stuff. It's terrible. It's a hard job, but we got to do something about it.
I know when I started with this idea, right, I was just looking at where I was at, and you know, from the time that I started getting into trouble up until the present, you know, this has been the longest time that I've ever been home since I started getting, you know me.
Right.
Fun Bun got locked up again.
Right.
He done got sent upstate. He in city jail. He in penitentiary. Right. And I definitely can identify with what you were saying about I would tell Heavy to leave Donovan alone. Because that's what we are battling, bro. We're battling ourselves, right?
Right.
And my desire, because you know we doing this, you know, this is how we started out with everything. Very little resources, right? We ain't have a whole lot back then, you know what I'm saying? We have a whole lot now, and a whole lot is because we have a whole lot of character, right? The young man that's about to throw his life away because of ego, pride, arrogance, greed, selfishness, what are we gonna tell him?
What we're gonna tell them, the ones who go through like you, myself, when you came home, I never in my life, I ain't lying, you was my friend, my confidant, everything. You was my everything. You was my man. We was tight.
Still are.
Nothing that we wouldn't do. When we got beer, everything together. My thing was, my friend gone, I ain't gonna never see Weldon again. I ain't gonna never see my man Fun Bun no more, Now as I go up there where he at, I'm not gonna see him no more. And it was hard to go see you. And on the point of leaving, I've been to penitentiary and seen friends and stuff like that because I knew they was coming home one day. But to come see you was a different thing. Because when I leave there, I'm leaving you there forever. That's what I felt like. I'm leaving you there forever. So I could talk to you on the phone, send you a letter, note, stuff like that, which was cool right then at the time. But to come see you was tough. Because I'm thinking, I didn't know what to think. What was you doing? You was this there, And
I appreciate you sharing that with me, bro. Because, and this is just to hear that from you in this moment. When I woke up this morning, I looked at my text message and my daughter had sent me a text. I think it was around 2:27 a.m. And you know what she asked me? My phone is over there. And she asked me, when you went to prison, did you think that you were going to get out? This is what she asked me this morning. And I told her, I said, and just to hear what you're saying in regards to this, because, initially, what it was is I couldn't see the door. And the reason why I couldn't see the door at that particular time was because of my criminal history. And I had just came home, and then me and E.T. got jammed up in the situation, and well, you know how that turned out.
Right.
I didn't fold under the pressure, and I ain't let my brother free. I did what I was supposed to do because it wasn't his situation, it was mine. You feel me?
That's right.
So, and I would do it again if I had gotten in a situation like that, because that's the type of integrity that I have. But I ain't going down that road. I'm just using that as a point that even in the midst of our struggle, right? And the things that we were doing that was taking us away from what we supposed to be doing, we still maintain a sense of loyalty and brotherhood to one another. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that this is why the message that we are trying to give to these kids is going to resonate with them, because we haven't lost a lot of people to death from our neighborhood.
We haven't.
Eric died in prison.
Right.
But just like our core group of individuals that, right? Ain't nobody got murdered.
Killed, murdered.
None of us, right?
None of us.
So, you have to count that as a blessing, right? And I'm thankful for that. This channel, bro, this channel is going to grow. We're going to do this for our mothers that have passed on, right? We're sitting in the living room, your mom's looking at your mother's pictures right now. Your life is a lot different than it was, but your spirit, bro, your spirit is strong, and I know the world needs to hear from you. And we're not going to hold this thing out long, but I want you to take us out, and I want you to look directly into this camera, right? And it is 12 years old, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I want you to look directly in that camera, and I want you to give them, if this was the last time that you ever had to say anything to them in life, and that's not to say anybody that doesn't fit in that age bracket, from that age range. And I like to side with 14, 24, because that's exactly when my whole life started to change. If this was your last thing that you ever had to say to them, right, what would be those words so that they could be able to pick from it in a time of need? What you gonna tell them? You look into that camera and you tell them.
I would tell y'all this. First thing I would tell you, I love you. I deeply love all of y'all, but I know you're not. I go a lot of places. I like having fun. I like going to cookouts, all that stuff, events. And you never know. The kids I see today, talking about my own child, every time I try to get him to go with me somewhere, this is my youngest son, he always got a problem with someone. And I ask him, why you got a problem with that person? Why you got a problem with that person? You don't know that person. He tell him, they talk on the internet a lot. We got a lot of internet gangsters. Y'all couldn't last in our time. Y'all talking about y'all shoot, do all that, but a lot of internet gangsters. I just want y'all to know that I love you. You never know who your parents might know. And your parents might know someone who have kids, and we're trying to group y'all up together, things, and we need to have more family reunions, because you never know who you kin to, who your people kin to, because all of us really can. You know, we be like, we can, we good. So slow up in life, stop, think in life, think about what you got to do in life. Don't grow up to be this guy. I got this thing made, I got a lot of things made. This is heavy. Big difference, ain't it? Don't grow up to be this guy. This a bad guy. He's bad. He do not need to be. This is a spirit that's in me that I got a picture on. I know why you got that, but just to remind me, you know, what we used to do, how we used to do things, and it's not good. So I love y'all. Y'all get together. All these guys want to rap and do all this stuff. Rap out some good stuff. You know, this is my first time on this channel. I know show with my friend a lot of things I want to do, and I'm going to do it because I want to talk to a lot of parents. A lot of parents. That's where it starts at. The teaching. We got to learn how to raise our children nowadays. We got to learn how to keep them going right. Raise our children. So I just want to tell y'all I love y'all. Keep your head up. Be strong. But stop and think. Don't pull that trigger. That trigger, boy, at one time, gonna get you. He can talk to you more about that part. When they get you somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah, trigger changes your life. Donovan, man, I appreciate you, bro. And I'm telling you, I've been working on it. But as of this day forward, I'm gonna do my best to never call you heavy ever again. You earned the right to be Donovan, and I love Donovan, and I can say that, you know what I'm saying, I love heavy too, but I understand what you mean, right? And we're on a different time, we're in a different place. This channel is just us striving to do something to expand our reach, to have these real conversations with real people about real issues. And if it resonates with you, all praise is due. And if it doesn't, then you might need to go through some other things. You know, I don't want to try to, he got the nerd camera down a little bit. My brother, he got the, I don't even want to touch that, but his leg was amputated, right, because of the diabetes. And when he was going through this procedure, right, he started texting me early in the morning, right? You know, you remember?
Yeah.
Out of all people in the world, he started texting me and started ministering to me while he going through this. I appreciate you, bro. I love you, man, and we got some work to do. So I think we might get Markel to help you set up your channel, right, to get to talking to them parents.
That's right. That's good.
That's all you got to do. That's your nephew right there. He good at it, and he gonna get better because he gonna get his practice. We thank our cameraman, and like I said, this is just another session, man. We just tapping in and hoping that that these words find a place within inside. You know, in the Bible it says, neither give place to the devil, but we ain't gonna allow the devil to get up in this place because we already know what his objective is. We understand what he's trying to do to us as a people, and you know, I'm not even religious, but I understand that the devil's is at work at this particular moment, and we want to do something to self-save. So we love you. Anything else you want to say, bro?
I love y'all. That's all I gotta say.
All right, man.
Stay tuned.
Shout out to our cameraman.
Shout out to our cameraman.
Peace. We out of here.